Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about a couple things, mainly why it's almost pointless to have the best team in the game and why you should just have a budget team instead. Is basically the point of this video. And yeah, we're going to break it down in this video as to why I don't see there's as being much point whatsoever to having the best team in the game and the best cards at every position, even if you are somebody who generally considers yourself a whale and a big money spender and has a lot of disposable income that they like to put into the game. Even if you're a competitive player, first of all, there's nothing to be competitive for at this point. Like, you're a competitive player for what? The completely non-existent tournaments on this game? Like, there's nothing to make money playing on this game anymore. And so what's the point of playing competitively when you're not going to make any money, even if you're the freaking best player in the world? There's no point. King of the Court is a joke, honestly, for the most part, unless you win. And even if you win, like, that's great, but you're getting a million VC a week. That's pretty much it, because the Galaxy Opal, more often than not, isn't all that good, is what we've seen from the King of the Court winners. And also, there's two people in the community who are consistently winning King of the Court, Splash and Evans. And there's some other people who are really good and have the skill and ability to win King of the Court. Absolutely. But, like, if you're not those people, there's no reason for you to try to have the best team. Even if you are those people, I'm not totally sure there's a reason to have the best team at this point. And so I'm going to talk about why it is that I think having a budget squad is the way to go right now in my team if you are going to play the game. Before we hop into it, though, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Help me push towards the 40,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple consistent daily My Team content videos every day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do. Excuse me, if y'all do subscribe. And without further ado, let's hop right into it. So with that being said, this is basically the team that I have been running as of late. And look, I have two very expensive cards, Dr. J and Victor Wembanyama. The rest of my team is very budget. Shea, who I locked in at Halloween. Lonzo Ball, who's a budget backup point guard. Marcus Smart, budget backup third string point guard. He's only there in case of injury, but still. Franz Wagner, free card. Rudy Gay, bought him for 70K. Ron Artest, I got him for getting level 40 quickly in season 3. D-Rob, free card for level 40. Jaren and Paulo, both budget wings, or bigs, I guess. Dirk Nowitzki, pro pass. Jack Sigma, got for free from a triple threat win streak. I have Dr. J and Wemby, and the rest of my team is budget cards or free cards. And I think this is the way that your team should look. If you want to get Dr. J and Wemby, I totally get that. Those two cards are game-changing enough and better enough than everybody else in their position where I think they are worth having, because Dr. J gives you the ability to have an elite level shot creator in your starting lineup. And Wembanyama just can shoot over everybody and is an absolute glitch at 7'4". Besides those two cards, there is nobody else in my team that is absolutely worth spending MT on. Because, like, let's go look at the prices of these cards. They're insane. KD comes out today. KD's a great card. He's the third best card in his position, though, and he's going for 2 million MT. This is obscene, y'all. This is ridiculous. Freaking Dark Matter KG's, I mean, he's probably the best power forward in the game, but his jumper's still on normal. He's not that good. And he's going for 1.2, 1.3 mil. Like, the best cards in the game are going for way too much MT across the board. Even guys who aren't the best. I mean, MJ's not worth 1 million MT. Absolutely not. Cards 1 million MT, though. Giannis, probably not worth, he's not worth that. He's amazing, sure, but he's not worth that. Same thing with LeBron. Insane card, best small forward in the game. He's over 1 million MT. I'm not paying that for the best cards in the game. There's no reason. And the main reason, in all honesty, because you can say there's no point to having the best team in the game because what are you playing for? That's a valid statement, but some people just want to have the best cards and want to be able to win because they have the best team. And some people are good enough at the game, to be fair, to win without it. And I mean, even if you're not good enough to win without it, then you're probably not going to be good enough to win that much with it anyway. That's where a lot of people rage, because they'll buy the best cards and it still doesn't make them good enough at the game, so then they get mad. And it's understandable, right? But at the end of the day, you're not going to win anyway, in all likelihood, if you're one of those people. So look, there's not a point, even if you're a very good player, to having the best team in the game, because there's nothing you're really playing for. But that's kind of beside my point. If you're somebody who wants to have the best team and wants to have a team advantage and wants to give yourself the best chance possible to win, I get that. This year specifically, with the way that 2K has completely not changed animations at all, we have seen no animation changes, even on these incredibly high tier cards. Opal Braun, exact same animations as Pink Diamond. Opal Giannis, exact same animations as his Pink Diamond. Dark Matter Dr. J, the exact same animations as his Pink Diamond. Dark Matter Kevin Garnett, same thing. thing. The cards don't play that different, because here's the honest truth, y'all. 90 stats and 99 stats are not that big of a difference. Hall of Fame badge versus gold badge, not a massive difference. Legend badge versus Hall of Fame badge, same thing. Skill will win out at the end of the day when it is things like that that are the differentiator. The things that truly differentiate cards is different jump shot bases that are better, different uppers that are better, different SIGs that are better. Things of that nature are the things that actually differentiate cards. And as of right now, we don't have cards that are like that at all. So what is the point of having, in theory, the best team in the game, which I put together right here? This is probably the best team in the game right now. Penny, Dr. J, LeBron, Giannis, Wemby, Cade, Bernard, KD, KG, and KP. You might disagree with the team that I've assembled here. You might want to put Anthony Davis in here, a different point guard, or whatever the case may be. But this is, in general, probably about the best team in the game. But why would I pay $600K for Penny? And sorry, this should have been dark matter, Dr. J, right here. Let's just say $600K for Penny, over $1 million, 1.5 for Dr. J, $1 million for Giannis, $1 million for LeBron, close to $1 million for Wemby at least, but however much Cade's going for, which is a lot, $1 million for Bernard, almost $2 million for KG, over $1 million for KD, almost over $1 million for KG, and then whatever KP's going for. Like, why would I pay for all of these highly expensive, ridiculous cards when the honest truth is, let's just be honest here. How big of a difference is that team versus, look, I'm going to build y'all a budget team right now. This is a cheap team. Every card in this list is either a free card or a budget card. And there is a difference. I'm not going to sit here and say there isn't, but there's not a gigantic, massive difference by any means. I feel like shooting guard, I think, is the one position where there's not really that great backup budget shooting guard option. I don't think there's quite as much value at that position, but still not bad. I mean, Jeff Green, free Xavier McDaniel. There you go. You got a free small forward right there. But power forward position or center position, you got D-Rob. Backup center, you got, I don't know, Jaren Jackson Jr. We'll just throw him in there. Power forwards, you have, I don't know. Let's think. Who Dirk and so you get a badged out Paulo. That's just the name that comes to mind. Maybe AC Green. And then shooting guard is the one position where I don't think there's really that like go-to super great value shooting guard option, but still some good cards there as well. Like you could put whoever you want there, in all honesty. And I didn't even put D Wade in this freaking list. Like Dwayne Wade, same thing. He's another guy who I think could very much be obviously in that squad as well. Obviously you want the Pro Pass version, but still, like Wade, let's say from today, Kevin Martin, that card is really good. Or Jerry Sloan or Caron Butler, Eddie Jones, or whoever it might be, or maybe a hidden gem that you have. This team right here, free cards and budget cards, is just as, it's not just as good, but it's not a huge difference by any means from this team, because this team doesn't have significantly better animations than this team at the end of the day. And so everybody can shoot on both teams. Everybody's got 90 plus stats in most areas on both teams. And sure, maybe this team isn't perfect. And let's say you're somebody like me who wants to win the majority of your games. You want to build yourself a team that gives you the best chance to win. Okay, so we take out Kevin Martin and we put in not Dark Matter, but Pink Diamond Dr. J. And let's say you move Jaren to the 4, you sell Paulo, and you do something like this. Here you go. You bought Dr. J and Wemby, so you have a bunch of budget cards and then Dr. J and Wemby. This team, a good player with this team will beat a mediocre player with this team every single time, let alone a bad player with this team. If you are a good player, you will win the majority of your games with this team just as well as you're going to win the majority of your games with this team. There's just not a significant difference between the two teams at all. And in my mind, there's no reason, with the way animations are right now, to have the best team in the game. Sell your cards if you're the best team in the game. Save your MT for when animations really matter and when things like that start to happen. But for now, build yourself a budget team and you will be just fine. I promise. It's exactly what I'm doing, and it's exactly what I recommend y'all do as well. Hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more NBA content, or sorry, 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.